It's time for our final best of 3 here at GOMTV.net. So far, it's been a pretty wild set of matches here. You know, I think Group A probably our best games. Group B here, I mean, just very one-sided. Young did not have a snowball's chance in hell. And then Group C just really indicates that Haiva knows how to prepare for his player, the map they're on, and the way you know that the metagame is currently working.
Yeah. Really good job.
I'm starting to like Haiva more and more, actually.
Me too. He's really growing on me.
I thought, you know, the first time we had that...
he's doing builds that make me curse at my keyboard, but...
yeah, but I mean, they're working, they're winning, and there is something to be said about that.
Yeah, certainly. No question about it, Tasteless. He's actually playing, like, very well. He actually
really is.
Whether you like it or you don't like it, the way that he's getting his opponent's
I know there's a lot of StarCraft people out there like, well, how the game's supposed to be played. Well... the game was actually made to be played so that people would try to win it, and that's what he's doing. So
that's almost harder in some ways when you get to this level against this level of player.
No kidding.
Finding out even how to cheese them out is extremely difficult.
When you're duking out against 15 of the other best players in the world, that's pretty scary. Our next map is going to be Guangli Beach.
Yes, and this
Trap versus SuperNova.
This is really good because this decides the group. Yeah, winner here goes up, loser goes down. And I'm kind of torn on who I want to win this and who I think is going to win this because SuperNova is just one of my favorite players for a very long time. Tasteless, he's such a cool Terran.
You know, but Trap is such an up-and-coming Protoss.
He is. He truly, truly is. And, you know, they're pretty well matched, I would say. I would say maybe...
This should be our closest match that actually matters, unlike Party.
They're both versus Zerg specialists, I would say.
Well said. Very well said.
So it's like actually really hard to predict this. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I actually can't predict this one.
It's a really
normally I will at least guess, but in this case, I'm like I actually don't know.
You know, I'm just something in my brain is just making me lean the tiniest bit towards Trap.
Yeah, actually, I still don't know.
Yeah.
This one I'm really on the fence. So we'll have to see. I guess I could probably try to make a guess after the first game and see how people are playing, but...
yeah.
I mean...
well, I guess it's a lot easier after that first game when someone's won a game, huh?
Well, even then, just seeing, like, how, you know, what kind of builds they're doing, and, you know...
yeah.
How did that person win? Was it a cheese, or...
how much aggression is SuperNova really going to show? Because, you know, Trap did end up falling to the aggression of Maru, but I feel like the aggression he lost to was almost like... lucky Medivacs and then like a 2-Rax proxy. It was like, yes, he lost, and yes, we were just praising Haiva for his cheese, but the way that Maru was playing, I was like, oh, I feel like there's a little bit more of a luck component going on here.
Well, that series.
This wasn't the cleverest 4 Medivac drop against someone who has Blink Stalkers that I've ever seen.
Well, that was one of those. You know when you're watching American football and the guy's trying to get around the front line, and he's and loops around him. That's what that game was.
Kind of. It did feel a little bit like that. So I don't really know because Trap was doing some really good defense against Maru other than that. So this could go either way, man.
Both players are now in the game. So hopefully we get this started pretty soon here. Do feel free to tell your friends to tune in. All in the internets here. You can check us out on Twitch or GOMTV.net. A lot of people don't know that we're covering this tournament, the WCS Korea Season 2 StarLeague here at GOMTV.
Hopefully they should know soon because these games are getting better and better.
We're getting farther along in this tournament too. So
yeah, we're going to be hitting the round of 8 when we come back. Again, guys, on Thursday
we won't be here. He's going to be in Spain and I'm going to be in Indonesia.
Yeah.
He's going to be... cast of Starcraft 2. I am visiting my father, who works in Indonesia.
Lucky for me, Starcraft 2 is my father.
He will also be visiting his father, yes.
No, it's not actually.
Archo is like, I was born like a normal way like everybody else.
No. I was made in a test tube. Someone ground up a StarCraft 1 CD.
Put it in there.
I grew very quickly.
Indeed.
I'm only 15.
We won't be here on Thursday. So, Wolf and Caldor will be covering for us. We're really grateful that they'll be down here, so definitely check that out. And then we'll be back. We'll be back for Tuesday's games. So.
Yes, and those are going to be awesome because it's going to be into the round of 8, which is fantastic.
And there's only one way to say that: round of 8. So I'm excited about that because round of 8 is really where it starts to heat up.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I mean, we could have been like, oh my God, I bet Fantasy would get to round of 8. No, he didn't. Haiva did. I want to see how Haiva does now.
Well,
I'm actually most excited to cast more Haiba games because I want to know,
actually,
does he eventually just be like, no, I'm not going to 6-pool anymore? That would be silly. Or is he? What if Haiba won the whole tournament?
That would be weird. What happens if the 3-way tie actually occurs because Rain is probably going to take out Fantasy.
I don't know the answer to that, Artosis.
I don't know when those games actually get casted.
I don't know
either. That's a tiebreaker scenario.
I just know we're not going to be here for that. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess we'll probably just miss that.
Yeah, I think so. Again, more downtime to fill here. I get to watch some Evo.
Yeah.
This weekend.
It was a lot of fun, man. I love
Crazy.
it.
We actually love fighters, so.
Oh God, we are the biggest Street Fighter fans.
We are. We were total Street Fighter fans.
Yeah.
We were very sad Infiltration didn't win.
They call us the Blanca brothers.
We're the Blanca brothers, man.
Actually, we just call ourselves that.
Somebody somewhere is going to call us that now.
Yeah.
It's the Blanca brothers.
That's right.
Tastosis, the Blanca brother Archon? Well, that doesn't work, actually. Taste and Artosis, the Blanca brothers. Do that.
Yeah, that's it. Blanca 1 and Blanca 2. Dark gray Blanca and green Blanca.
That's right. I'm the green Blanca. You're the dark gray Blanca.
I'm definitely the dark
You're
gray
definitely
Blanca.
the dark gray Blanca.
Yeah. You're the alpha Blanca. I'm the beta Blanca. Your Blanca balls hit mine out of the air, man.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
When they both hit each other, for some reason, yours is punished.
Yeah.
Probably because I did mine later for some reason, which doesn't make a lot of sense because that's what Blanca versus Blanca's like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We're hoping this game's going to start soon.
Me
but,
too.
You know. What are you going to do, man?
Not much. Just sit here, chill, wait.
It's been rainy and Seoul lately, by the way.
It's that monsoon season, man.
It is.
It is upon us.
It is wet.
Yeah.
It is video game weather.
Yeah, it's not.
It
it's
is
not
don't
quite
leave
as,
the house. Let's order a pizza and play some games.
Not quite as wet as last year yet, but it's pretty hard to get up that
I
level
need to
again.
get another pair of shoes because I'm only wearing Converse lately, and it is so wet outside.
You gotta
My
get your
feet are
galoshes
actually
out,
soaked.
man.
I'm like those guys that have been to war and they got water in their boots and stuff.
You're gonna get like trench foot.
Trench foot.
Yeah. Don't want to get
Nerd
trench
foot.
Nerd foot.
Nerd foot, man.
What is nerd foot? It's when you've been wearing your socks under the computer too long.
That might be nerd foot. You get a case of nerd foot from that too. There's lots of different ways to get nerd foot.
Okay.
Okay, so looks
Your
like
foot has glasses on it.
All right, it's time now. Trap against SuperNova for our final best of 3 today here at GOMTV.net, where we're covering the WCS Korea StarLeague Season 2. In the upper right, one of the few Protosses left. Can he get through this? He is.
New challenger, STXO Trap.
And in the bottom left, one of the most old school Terrans of all time here in the GSL, he is.
Master, Azubu SuperNova.
All right. Well, SuperNova's sending out a couple SCVs rather quickly, or one SCV rather quickly. Looks like we're going to have a proxy barracks.
This is a cheesy day.
It is a cheesy day indeed.
This day is so cheesy. We should get sponsored by Kraft Macaroni. Like this is.
Is that even real cheese? I don't even think it is. It's like cheese sauce.
Well, is this even real cheese? I mean, depends on.
Will this transition? Well, you know what? I think it's still cheese. It's just not maybe all in. This is still like
it's just not made from real milk, Caitlin. Okay, let's see if he actually checks for this.
It's so funny.
It's about as real as the cheese you can get at Subway sandwich on your.
Yeah. All right. Well, we do have a gas on the way, so could be a Reaper, could be Marauder.
Yeah,
Time will tell.
either is good here.
Yeah.
A lot of it will depend on what the Protoss decides to go for.
Hey, you don't really see Marauder pushes against Protoss anymore.
I wonder if they'd still be good, actually.
Well, you know, the thing is, every build that's ever good kind of rotates back in at some point because of the shifting metagame.
Yeah, that's very true.
But now that it's been scouted, we should see definitely Trap getting some units out pretty quickly. It is going to be a Reaper. We'll see how well he can actually do with this. And we'll also see if Trap wants to actually get aggressive off the back of this, because with no barracks here, this is very much a tell. Like, he probably thinks right now it's Proxy Reaper. And if he does do a counterattack against this, it could end up working. Especially something like a Proxy Stargate, which could be something that he's going for.
Actually, you're very smart. A Proxy Stargate would be super strong.
Yeah. Very low Marine count when you proxy a Reaper.
All right. Looks like we're going to get the walling up over here. Meanwhile, Protoss's base is about to be under attack.
Well, the first Zealot comes out, but the thing is the Reaper can stay away from that so easily. The Zealot much, much slower. Going after these probes. Gets one already.
Whoa, nice nice dodge there.
Good pullback.
Really nice micro. This micro is so tight right now.
Now he's going after the Zealot, and this is actually what Trap wants. He doesn't care if he loses one Zealot. He'd rather lose the Zealot than, what is it, like 4 probes that would have been killed with all these shots. So Zealot's doing its job very, very well.
Yeah. And in fact, that Zealot can last so long, the Reaper was not even able to kill it. So now backing out here. And the end of this, harass is here.
Yeah. It's
oh, wow.
Whoa.
No, it's not. No,
Okay,
it's not at all. What?
He's actually fallen up with a factory that he's going to be floating in. And factory floats are actually super popular right now in Korea because Protoss has had like certain building placements they like. But you can see that Trap has already got a pylon in position to see something like this coming. Thing is, even if you see it coming, if you don't get something under it to prevent it from landing, it's still very dangerous because they will get Widow Mines out inside your base.
Yeah, and then you're just in a lot of trouble. And it looks like he's actually going to get up. Oh, that's really nice with these Reapers just drawing that attention over there so that factory can land.
And he's actually just making them on low ground, which is actually fine as well. I definitely did not expect that. But
yeah, same. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, and the Reapers actually pull the units back in while the Mothership Core is over here harassing, trying to figure out what's going on.
All right, and the factory has been spotted.
Yeah, he's got to be so careful now. He has to stop Widow Mines at any cost.
All right, the Reapers once again come in here to do some more damage to these probes.
Wow, this is some really nice multi-pronged harassment. I really like what he's trying to... And
oh my god, I can't believe that actually...
That's painful. The SuperNova was working on that Zealot for a reason, and that is definitely a part of it. The Zealot is going to be very good against that.
Well, the Zealot attacks faster than the Stalker does.
Yeah, it has way higher damage output, so the first Widow Mine being killed, that's very painful. You know what? Trap has just had some excellent defense here.
All right, looks like the Widow Mine's now going underground. Takes out that Zealot with ease. But I don't know if the Widow Mine proxy is really going to be that effective anymore. And then you have to ask yourself, did SuperNova actually proxy too many buildings? You know?
Yeah. With the proxy factory, this means that he's not going... Like, he's probably going to lose the factory. He doesn't necessarily have to lose it, but it's really looking like he's going to.
Yeah, well, he's going to try to just commit here, but again, Observer's going to be out momentarily. Actually, really nicely done.
And now he's
with a Nexus Cannon.
He's definitely going to lose the factory, which... Are we going to see a Stargate go up before he loses the factory? I really think we should. And, I mean, we should be seeing, I think, some Stalkers go down there to finish that off pretty quickly as well. I would really want to kill that factory.
Well, I mean, if you leave it out on the map, it can land, it can be repaired, which is what it looks like SuperNova wants to do, and then you can put Widow Mines and other parts of expansions on the map. I mean, there's no real excuse for letting that get away.
And you know what? He sent nothing down after it, and an SCV is going up to meet it. So
I'm really surprised by Trap doing this.
I'm surprised he put down
not doing this.
The fact that he put down the Nexus Cannon and then did not chase down the factory, that's what really surprises me here. Because now SuperNova does not have to rebuild a somewhat expensive building.
Can you land the factory on the bridge there?
Can you actually? That's actually a very good question.
I don't actually know. Because this map is so new. Can you actually do that?
Well, I don't know, Tasis. Actually, I have not.
Well, I put us on the spot right here.
No, I guess you made us look pretty dumb. Wow. I don't think we've seen anyone build anything on the bridge, on the road. I mean, cars can't get by if you can land it there. That's a real issue.
That's a real issue. That's a serious traffic jam right there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to go for Colossi now.
And, you know what? When someone... I wonder... I'm really trying to figure out what Trap's plan is here, because this all looks kind of standard and okay, but sometimes if your opponent, like, overdoes this type of pressure, you can get into a Colossus push and do a lot of damage, but he's getting the Twilight Council as well. So, I don't think that this is... I think he's actually going for the longer game. You know, he's probably just going to go into, like, Blink Colossus. That's really the most popular way to play this matchup right now.
Especially when the Terran is behind fundamentally.
Yeah.
Terran did not get enough probes or do enough damage. And Stalker Colossus, if you just micro that right, you usually win if the Terran has less than you.
Yes, that's a very good point. And yeah, it's Blink. So this is going to be just Stalker Colossus, as you said, Tasteless. And it's a strong composition right now. This is what most people are doing in Korea, the vast majority.
All right. Well, they're both going to sit back and just mass up. Do have a little bit of downtime here.
Yeah.
Artos has talked to me, asked me something, man.
Well, Tasteless, I wonder, are you going to go to Busan this year? Go to Gwangali Beach?
I should go to Busan. I actually want to go to Jeju this year.
I went to Jeju last year.
I haven't been to Jeju yet.
Awesome.
I've been in Korea for over 5 years now. I haven't been to Jeju Island.
There are so many transplanted palm trees that shouldn't be there to make it look more tropical than it is. It's awesome.
I believe that. All right, well, he's coming up here with a small army, not stimming everything, just that small group in the front. This shouldn't do much of any damage if Trap has, even rudimentary Protoss unit control.
Yeah, that little podunk army, I don't think so, Tasteless.
Now, with these other two medevacs coming up here with the army inside of it, maybe it'll be a different story, but right now, with that one out there, it's not a threat at all.
Yeah, he's about to have 2 Colossus with Thermal Lance and Blink, as well as, of course, a Mothership Core and all these other great things, so...
All right, triggering out a Nexus Cannon before it looks like what the bigger attack would be is going to occur.
Yeah, but Trap is just completely on top of this. Look at that, moving into position. He knows what SuperNova has up his sleeve.
And let's see if he can pull it off now. Trap coming in here now and immediately denied. Oh, he's got to be careful about that medevac.
Ooh, almost got it. Nice try there by Trap.
That was really good by both parties. I mean,
yeah.
The blinking away by Trap and then SuperNova keeping that medevac alive. Now, SuperNova is on 3 bases to Trap's 2. And he is now, Trap is getting Zealot legs and an additional gateway, so we may see him stay on 2 base for a while and just attack into the Terran's 3rd.
I think that from here, Trap should probably think about taking his 3rd base. He's got his Blink, he's got good upgrades on the way, charge coming, good amount of Colossus, secure a little bit more economy, and then start moving around the map.
Okay. Well, we're just now seeing very, very cautious play here, especially from SuperNova. I actually really like the way the SuperNova's played this so far, especially considering that his aggressive proxy didn't work out at all. He's shifted gears very nicely here.
He's got a really great economy. Everything's looking nice, but looks like Trap gonna actually do this push before taking that next Nexus, and does force a lift-off. Already, this is a very valuable push.
Now, there's a lot of Vikings up here and not a lot of Stalkers. If he does opt to chase him back, it could be a problem there for the Protoss.
It certainly could, and in fact, he is backing up now. I think he is going to take that 3rd base. I do kind of like that little mini push he did, though. That was kind of frightening. Whenever Protoss pushes before that 3rd Nexus goes up, you have to be careful, and he did force the liftoff. He did force him back. He forced the cancel of the morphing in of the, not the planetary, but the orbital. And I mean, nice move.
All right, a quick scan out here. He sees that observer coming over here. He should try to go for that as quickly as possible. And he...
That is an invincible observer right there.
I think that's the only time that noise will ever be made by me in a well, that was surprising. That was weird. Well, okay, so let's see if he gets scans again and gets it. All right.
Well, that at least tells him where those Vikings are, so his Warp Prism can go ahead and
if I wasn't paying attention there and I was playing and I did that as Protoss, or Terran, excuse me, I would have just assumed I got it because I saw the missiles fire out. Oh my god, he's pulled all his SCVs.
Wow, and he's hitting right before Storm, the perfect time. In the meantime, we do have Trap with this big counter. Well, it's not that big, but it looks like it'll get cleaned up in a matter of seconds. The thing is, this is a lot of units that could be in his army that are not.
All right, well, these SCVs in the front here, not a lot of Stalkers to defend those Colossi.
Trap has to buy.
In fact, one goes down.
Oh, my God. He needs to just buy a little bit of time for these Storms, and he gets it. The Storm's going off. Not the best Storms, not the most damage. In fact,
he's going to get both the Colossi. I think he's actually going to run Trap over here.
Yeah, he killed all the Colossi without them doing any damage.
In fact, he can land the Vikings now.
This is
really nicely done here by SuperNova.
So well done.
Wow.
And you know what the crux of that was, Tasteless, was scanning that observer again. Because if you see that coming and you pull back completely into a defensive posture as Protoss, with 3 Colossus and 3 Templars with Psystorm, as well as your 2 Sentries with a lot of energy, absolutely you don't die.
That's some quick thinking on your feet there by SuperNova. SuperNova didn't start up the game that counted and say, I'm going to do an SCV all in with my whole army. If thing doesn't, my proxy doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I'm going to win at this part in the game. No, he killed that observer. He said, all right, did another scan, check. Is there anything else out here? No, then he will not see my SCVs and the rest of my army coming.
Yeah.
And I will take him out with ease.
Yes, and he hit him just at the right time because
Yeah.
most Protosses you watch right now against Terran in Korea will actually go to more than 3 Colossus because of SCV pulls exactly like that. But if you can switch a little bit earlier into High Templar and get away with it, you're in a more powerful spot. So Trap was going for that power.
Looks like he
SuperNova identified it and just scanned the observer, found the perfect moment, caught Trap completely off guard.
It was really nicely done. Now, another thing I want to point out is that those Colossi did like no damage. Like it would not have been that convincing of a loss had the Colossi just done some damage, but he got those Vikings in the right position. I think there might have been Stalkers in the main.
There might have been. You might be right about that.
I think I only saw 4 in that big attack.
Yeah, no, there were
like, I think,
thing is when you
6 to 8 Vikings.
Yeah, when you go Blink Stalker Colossus, you need a lot of both. You're cutting corners if after 3 Colossus you go into High Templar attack.
Right.
And even though I feel like Trap gained a little bit of an advantage in the early game, he really defended super well, didn't lose a lot of mining time, didn't lose a lot of probes or anything like that. He didn't gain enough of an advantage to be able to do that. And if you do gain a lot of an advantage, you're actually even more safe staying on Colossus for that extra 1 to 2 Colossus before Sidestorm.
So really nice split reactions there from SuperNova. Our next map is going to be Acheron Wastes. And this is a map that should, I would think, lend itself to being a very long and drawn-out game.
Certainly. Maybe you get caught off guard and a big drop comes in your main, something like that.
That can happen.
I would say definitely this is a map that we should end up seeing a pretty long game on. It's very easy to defend 3 bases, and even really 4 bases is not very hard to defend here.
Sure. So we'll have to see. Trap, he might play a completely different style this game. SuperNova, I highly doubt, by the way, he's going to do any proxy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see any more proc. I don't think we're going to see any more proxying for the rest of the series.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Well,
definitely a map with a big main though. So floating in a factory is
that's
sometimes effective, but after already doing that, I think Trap's going to be on his toes.
All right, let's get ready for game number 2 in our final best of 3 match 4.